If you're a GTA Online money grinder, this is one of those weeks that you simply just don't want to miss out on because we've got massive money bonuses and payouts on two of the most easy and simple side hustles in the entire game: tow truck services as well as agency payphone hits. And so whether you're salvaging cars for the big passive income you can make, or you're just knocking out those assassination contracts in under 5 minutes most of the time, this is a super low stress, high reward gameplay loot for the week that's going to stack your wallet super fast. And chances are you're probably already running these businesses anyway, so now's the time to maximize every single job for easy 6-figure payouts. Welcome back to another GTA 5 Online weekly update money guide. Today on the show I'm going to go over exactly how you can take advantage of this weekly update in the game to the best of your ability, but also help you maximize your money grind, earn millions fast, easily, and most importantly, completely solo, but also how to have fun while doing it all, because money is cool, but if the grind sucks, then the grind sucks. And let me tell you, this one absolutely does not. So with that being said, let's jump in. Starting off with the agency payphone hits, which are paying out double money and double RP. These are absolutely cracked for money right now. Normally, these assassination missions pay $45,000 when you get the bonus objective. If you don't do the bonus objective, it normally pays you out 15, but both of those are doubled. So with the bonus objective, which you should be chasing down anyway, that'll be paying you out $90,000 per hit, but of course that'll be $30,000 if you don't do the bonus objective. And then also if you have GTA Plus, you are getting double money with the payphone hits this entire month of May anyway. So you'll be getting $180,000 per payphone hit this week, because the double money with GTA Plus stacks with the weekly update double money bonus for 4 times the money. Now, most of these jobs take less than 5 minutes to complete, and they only have a 10-minute cooldown between them. That means you can rotate between your payphone hits, the tow truck salvage missions, which we're going to be talking about after, security contracts if you want, and other side jobs for Cluck and Bell or your auto shop or the garment factory, Kayo or casino setups, whatever you want, and overall just create a really high efficiency money grind loop that's going to stack your passive and active income non-stop. And of course, first, to get started with these payphone hit bonuses, you need to own an agency, which is the property I'm standing inside of right now. And while the agency isn't on discount this week, it's a super solo friendly business that's easily a top 3 moneymaker in the game overall, so you should buy one anyway if you don't already own one. It's worth it even without a discount. And once you own an agency, these missions will be unlocked and they will be given to you by Franklin after you complete at least 3 security contract missions as part of the contract DLC. Now, I believe in order to start security contracts at your agency computer anyway, you need to start the VIP contract by doing these 2 archive missions, like the meat and data recovery. I'm pretty sure once you unlock the main segment of the Dr. Dre contract, that's probably when you could start security contracts. But either way, whether you can start security contracts instantly after buying the business, or you need to do the first 2 setups for the actual like Dr. Dre contract and heist, well, you just got to complete 3 of them and then you'll unlock your payphone hits. And once you complete those 3 security contracts, basically you can either complete those and start them from your phone or agency computer. Just need to drive around in free roam, and then the payphone icon is going to flash on your minimap. And when you see that pop up, go to the payphone, answer the phone to start your first payphone hit mission. These missions are always going to be random. There's 8 different types of payphone hits that you can undertake, but once you've completed your first payphone hit, you can then order payphone hits after that by just calling Franklin directly from your mobile phone, which is going to make things a lot more efficient for grinding this week, rather than just waiting for RNG in the game to trigger a payphone hit for you by, like, you know, just you driving by a payphone, and maybe it'll pop up and start ringing, maybe it won't. Just keep track of that 10-minute timer so that when you could start a new one, just call up Franklin and begin the next one. So for our first payphone hit, what I'm going to do, of course, is go to my contacts, call up Franklin on my contacts list, and I'm going to request that payphone hit from him. Now, if you own this location of the agency, which is Hawick, right, I'm going to request this payphone hit. You can actually get a payphone that spawns right nearby your business. So it's super fast, super simple, because it's literally right up the road here at this gas station on the right. The phone's going to ring and we have our payphone hits. Say if you're just walking out of your agency after you got snacks and armor, well, here you go. Now, in order to skip payphone hit cutscenes, because this is the explainer, it gives you the lore of the mission. You don't need to listen to that though. You are forced to listen to that phone call the first payphone hit you do on your character, but after that you can always skip it just by pressing the A or X button, depending on if you're using, of course, an Xbox or a PlayStation controller. I'm not sure what the key is on PC. Maybe it's spacebar, maybe it's enter, something like that. This one, Franklin says the client's going to throw in some extra cash if you make it look like it was an accident with this dude's piece of trash convertible. If I was you, I'd take his ride, hook up a bomb, then get it back to where he makes his appearance. Imani says he's checking out now, so you better shift. So basically, with this one, we need to take out our target using an explosive modification on his car. So he's gonna check out of the hotel in 5 minutes, and this is why I say most of the payphone hits can be done in under 5 minutes. This is actually sort of an unlucky variant where you have to wait 5 minutes, and then it's going to take you another minute for this guy to like leave his hotel, try and drive away, but we're going to blow him up instead for that bonus objective to make our $90,000. Otherwise, we'll only make $15,000 typically, I'm pretty sure, which with this week double money and no bonus, you'd be making 30K if you didn't complete like the actual bonus objective, which is how you make money with the payphone hits. If you're never doing the bonuses, this isn't really an activity worth grinding, but it's always worth doing the bonuses because it's just super, super simple. So this guy's car, you could see it right here. We need to take this car, and we have, 4.5 minutes now to drive it to a Los Santos Customs, fit it with either an ignition bomb or a remote bomb, so that when he enters it and tries to drive away, once he checks out of the hotel, he just blows up. So I'm gonna drive over to this Los Santos Customs and do that. You can always see his car. It's got the garages in the back. Or the garages, what am I talking about? It's got the guitars in the back. This is, what car is this? This is a DeClassy Tornado. It's all beat up, rusted out. And of course, he's shacked up in that really crappy motel with a prostitute. But here we go. We're gonna drive over and get this fitted. Very simple, just like you would modify any other car, drive it in. And I actually crashed before I entered here, so I am probably gonna need to repair this car, most likely. Yep, we gotta repair it. And you can either fit it with an ignition bomb or a remote bomb, whichever one you want. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a remote bomb, and then I'm gonna call it, or I mean, you could do either. I guess I'll just do ignition, because it's less money. It's 500 bucks. Turns the key over, he goes kaboom. But once you do that, now of course you can see the timer. We're now at 3 minutes until he checks out. So we need to return this DeClassy Tornado to the motel before this guy leaves. So we just got to drive back and park it in that same parking spot. You don't need to, get it absolutely perfect or anything like that. The mission's not that strict. Just put it in the same parking spot, and when he checks out of the hotel, he'll hop in and then he'll blow up. So like I was saying earlier, I mean, this is unfortunately a longer variant of the payphone hit. Not because the mission takes that long, like, there's a bunch of objectives that you got to do, but literally just because you have to wait 5 minutes before this guy can leave the hotel. It's, Rockstar artificially lengthening the game. They're also giving you time to get this objective done. Not that it would take you this long, but that's, probably just in line with what the ultra casuals are able to do in this game regardless. So either way, we're just going to park this thing up, and then we just have to wait. Now, I like to sit on top of the motel just so I can keep an eye on this guy, because he's going to exit one of these rooms, then he's got to like walk down the stairs below me and then walk to his car. So he's going to check out, and it still probably takes another minute or so after that before he blows up, and then we need to flee the area, and that's when the payphone hit completes. So all in all, this is about a 6 or 6.5 minute mission, which is a longer than average payphone hit. Most of them can take you 2 or 3 minutes. This variant, the other variant where you need to light this guy on fire with like Molotovs or just light his vehicle on fire, that one also I think has a 3-minute checkout timer because you're just waiting. You don't have to put any mods on his car and like take it and drive it somewhere. And then the other ones where you take out the trolls or the pop stars or something like that, those can take a little bit longer too. Specifically the trolls, where you got to get the headshots on them just because they're spread across the map. But like, an Oppressor Mark II, Oppressor Mark I, a fast car, Sparrow, Akula, Raiju, a buzzard, that'll make those missions super, super fast. So now you can see the guy is checked out. He should be leaving the premises very soon, and we have up to 5 minutes to complete this, say if we have the remote bomb. In this game, like, I sometimes try and get a payphone hit done while I do LS tags, for example, so I can make, the 100K from spray painting the 5 LS tags across the map. This variant of the mission, you can't really get too far away from this guy, because if you have the remote bomb or even the ignition bomb, for example, what'll actually end up happening is this guy won't leave the hotel if you're super far away. So be within that red circle that spawns when the checkout time comes. That way this guy actually spawns. Otherwise, you'll get this time remaining timer that starts counting down for 5 minutes as well, and this guy won't actually spawn. So he won't get in the car, which means if you blow up the car, he won't be in it and the mission will fail. So just keep that in mind. But here you go. He's gonna step into his vehicle right now, and lo and behold, oh my god, he blows up. Assassination bonus complete. That's crazy. And now we just want to leave this area. We'll fly a little bit further away, hit complete, $90,000. Now, the technical time that they told us was 55 seconds because they start the mission timer as soon as he leaves the hotel. But of course, we have to spend 5 minutes waiting for that. So yeah, this was all in all a 5-minute and 55-second mission right there, which is, like I said, longer than average, but for 90K, super easy. And now that 10-minute timer on the payphone hit starts. So if I call up Franklin right now and I ask him to give me another payphone hit, he's gonna say no, because I've just done one. So we have a 10-minute cooldown, we have 9 minutes, 30 seconds to wait. So we just did that payphone hit, we made our 90K in only a few minutes. We have the 10-minute cooldown. Well, here's gonna be the next bonus that comes into play that you can take advantage of. The tow truck services and missions are absolutely worth grinding this week if you own a salvage yard and of course the optional tow truck. And so with the double money being active this week, each salvage vehicle that you bring back can earn you between $60,000 and $80,000, with occasional rare payouts climbing even higher, but in most instances expect in that $60,000 to $80,000 range. You can deliver up to 2 vehicles and keep them in your salvage yard at once because they both get scrapped, but you do one mission and you get a 5-minute cooldown before you get start another. You used to be able to do them back to back. I will explain why Rockstar changed that in a little bit, but either way, with the staff upgrade for your salvage yard, each one is going to get processed in just 48 minutes, making it super easy passive income while you do other missions. The only work that's required is going out, fetching the cars and dropping them off. Let your staff do the work, come back and collect your profits. Of course, contributed to your wall safe, but also paying out themselves from the actual salvaging of the cars. Now, the tows are also just a great way for the salvage yard wall safe to make it actually worth it, like I'm saying here. So when completing the tow truck jobs, you're also boosting your salvage yard passive income. Each car that you tow is going to increase the payout to your wall safe every in-game day, which is 48 real-life minutes, up to a maximum of $24,000 per cycle after you tow 4 cars. With the staff upgrade, you can keep the salvage timers efficient and easily maintain those max payouts by sourcing a car every call at 1 to 2 hours in real life time. It's passive money stacked on top of your active grinding, and it all adds up super fast. Now again, for this bonus you do need to own the property, which is the salvage yard, but remember, you get a huge 40% discount on the salvage yard upgrades, modifications, as well as renovations this week, so definitely don't sleep on it. And if you've yet to purchase a salvage yard for your character, well, you definitely want to buy one. There you go, $69,600 just sitting in my wall safe. And I've only been logged into the game while I was recording the weekly update guide, of course this one, and I just did one tow truck job. So in the next 48 minutes, I should get another $24,000 deposited into the wall safe. I forget what the payout cap on this wall safe is. It's probably between 200 and 250,000, but either way, really good money with the wall safe. That's affected by the tow truck jobs, and the tow truck jobs themselves are paying out double money, so it is excellent. All right, let's jump in and demonstrate just how fast, simple, and easy it is to do some of these payphone, or excuse me, not these payphone hits. I was just recording that segment. These tow truck service missions. So we're gonna get in and launch a tow truck job. Now, sometimes you have to go really far across the map to get these vehicles, and it's not worth it. Sometimes, you know, you get the cops on you, things like that. I would say if you have a tow truck mission that's taking you more than 1.5 miles to maybe 2 miles, then I would just skip it entirely. Like right now, I'm right about on the cusp of where I would decide to just not even bother with the tow truck job, because even if it is double money, I can go make some better money elsewhere, and I just don't want to drive. You know, this tow truck does speed up eventually, but overall I'd consider it a slow vehicle because it's a tow truck, right? And so I just would want to do something else. But this one isn't too bad. 2 miles, but it's literally a hop on the highway and I get there. So I'm going to go over there, I'm going to grab this vehicle, bring it back. Now, as we come up to the location of where I'm grabbing this vehicle, I should give you some history on these tow truck jobs. You used to be able to do them back to back. Now Rockstar's introduced that 5-minute cooldown between doing them, so once I complete this one, I have to wait 5 minutes until I can do another. So that's why it's worth it to, like, you know, get some other mission done, whether it's a security contract job for your agency, or, you know, since you're already in your salvage yard working on the tow truck jobs, you can actually just do, you know, one of the salvage yard robbery setups, something like that. And then cycle back to a payphone hit because that cooldown will be over, then do another tow truck job, etc, etc. So as I grab this vehicle, you could just hook it up from the front or back, lift it up if you want. You can keep it on all 4 wheels. I am actually not sure. Some vehicles, it seems like they're better to lift up. Some others you want to keep on all 4 wheels depending on like the traction you can get, because they sometimes inhibit and affect the handling of the tow truck and like your turning radius and stuff. You can see with this variant, we got the police. Not that it's that big of a deal anyway. Super easy to lose the cops. Actually, I'm gonna get the cops on me right here though, because the game just spawned this guy right in front of me. So that's a little bit annoying right there. This is gonna make it a little bit more of a challenge to get back to the salvage yard. But again, it's also just overall not that bad. Like, just for the case of this, since I'm rambling as I'm driving my tow truck right now, what I'm just gonna do is drop a sticky bomb right here, and when the cop car passes over it, I'll blow that one up. Now I get some distance from me and the other cop cars that probably won't be able to catch up to me, and I'll also be able to avoid this car ahead of me. But either way, I'm driving back to the tow truck, or the salvage yard, so let me just skip ahead with this. and we'll get back there. And I'll just tell you how long it took me to complete this anyway, start to finish, even while losing the cops like this. I could just kill my character and lose my wanted level, but this also works too. So here we are, we're about to arrive back at the salvage yard. All in all, this took me another minute and a half, so call it 6.5 minutes for this mission. So once again, it's like a slower mission in general, just like the payphone hit variant we got. We just have been getting unlucky with the RNG for this video, but I think you get the picture of just how fast and simple these missions are. I mean, I don't need to fire a single bullet on my weapon. I don't need to take gunfights. So if you're someone who's like adverse to shooting enemies in this game, because, you know, you're not good with the controller or keyboard or whatever the case is, like super, super easy to do this content. Now, that being said, like I was saying before I got distracted by getting the wanted level, you used to be able to do the tow truck jobs back to back. Now you have a 5-minute cooldown, so you need to weigh, you know, what missions are worth doing. I would say most of them will be worth doing with double money this week anyway, but I just don't want to drive north of the city, basically. So when I'm on the map and I get a tow truck job in the city, I'll go after it, because that's usually like, there's some missions that are like half a mile away in this area or a mile over here. We had 2 miles over here. Sometimes you get the gas station, which is over here. I will not go north of the hills area with all the nice homes, because it's just not worth going super far away for a tow truck job. It used to be great, because when that would happen, you know, you'd either blow up the tow truck or just change lobbies, load back into your salvage yard, and start another tow truck mission and get a closer location. But now, whether you complete the mission or not, and whether you blow up the truck to get a new variant or change sessions, or just complete the mission and successfully do it like we just did, you get that 5-minute cooldown, which does suck, because now you can't avoid that. And it should be either one. It should either be a 5-minute cooldown only with a successful tow, or they should allow you to skip to a different session or blow up the truck and try a mission again to get a closer location, because no one wants to drive to Sandy Shores or Paleto Bay with the tow truck. Absolutely not. Now, also don't forget, some of our other money bonuses for this week are 4 times money on the open wheel races, which, by the way, that actually coincides really well with the weekly challenge, which is just winning 2 open wheel races and you'll get $100,000. And also, if you finish 3 open wheel races in general, you'll get rewarded with a Dark Mana racing suit. But we specifically just focused on the tow truck services as well as payphone hits, because those are better for money making this week. Even with the 4 times bonus on open wheel races, if you have a bunch of friends to play with or randoms, it's worth it. And if you own no sort of other businesses, you know, you can make money with the open wheel races and then buy yourself a salvage yard on 40% discount, as well as buy yourself an agency. But overall, the other 2 are really good for free roam grinding. But yeah, that just about does it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video here today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you guys are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently post updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and I will keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that sub button. Also, if you want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, specifically twitch.tv/hazardoushdtv, but overall, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. I live stream GTA Online several times a week over on the channel, so if you just want to get involved with the live streaming community over on Twitch, you know, grind some money with me in GTA Online, we can have some fun playing the game together, and you want some live interaction and chat versus just me responding to your YouTube comments, that will be the way to go. But overall, you can find all my social medias linked down in the description below. Again, have a fantastic day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Let me know if you guys want to see a live gameplay, more payphone hits and tow truck jobs. We can probably do that, just because they are pretty fun to do, and if you want to see just more variants, because I only showcased 1 in this video, I can definitely do more for you then. But overall, have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.